Hi everyone, welcome to What It Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either are any of these blokes. Well, maybe one of these blokes. Maybe that bloke over there in the M10 RBFM might be me. I'm platooned up in this game with my old mate Shell Sponge. Shell Sponge from 7ACAV clan, 7th Armoured Cavalry. Try to trip over those words too quickly. We're running around in the M10 RBFMs. Now the M10 RBFMs, it's the French Wolverine, I guess, is probably the easiest way to describe it. The French Wolverine is a Tier 5 premium tank destroyer, and we were lucky enough to get to run around with them a little bit early, and it was part of a mini marathon not too long ago. I think it went for 14 days, and there were some pretty simple missions to pick one up. Now, if you're a new player or a player who likes lower tiers, it was a pretty simple way to get a Tier 5 premium tank in your garage for free, or not for free, but just for playing the game. A little bit about the tank. It's a Tier 5 French tank destroyer. It's got a turret. It looks pretty cool. Looks very, very similar to a Wolverine. If you've been going up the American tank destroyer line, you might be familiar with the Wolverine, and the Wolverine looks very, very similar to this. The comparisons are certainly there, not just in the way it looks as he pops one into the side of the Largo, the Tier 4 Swedish medium tank. Now you can see he's got APCR rounds loaded. That's premium ammunition on this bad boy. The armor-piercing composite rigid rounds. That gives 115 alpha damage, 170 penetration. Standard rounds, 130 penetration. So a bit of a difference there. Not sure why he had the premium rounds loaded straight away, possibly for the shell velocity, I'm not sure. Shell Sponge knows a lot more about this game than I do. Very, very good player. Very, very nice bloke as well. He's a community contributor as well. His links will be down below for YouTube and for Twitch, and we're also platooned up with our old mate Oz. Anyone who's been involved in 1AR for as long as I have will know Oz. He was a commander some years ago now, an absolute gentleman, a hell of a nice bloke as well. Anyway, back to the game. We're on Cliff. The score's 2-1. Shell Sponge has picked himself up 190 damage already. One kill. Shell's got the other kill. 2-1's the score. You can see Oz has already been taking a little bit of damage in the middle, and he's in there pretty much all by himself. So Shell Sponge saying, rightio, I'll move up forward. We'll start rocking and rolling up there. 2-1's the score. It's not the fastest tank in the world, but certainly not the slowest. Some tank destroyers can be painfully slow. This one seems to zip around a little bit. Well, I've had mixed success with this bad boy. I've had some good games, but as you'll probably see very, very soon, I think this one's going to be a pretty low scoring game for myself. I'm down to 1 hit point already over there on the western side of Cliff. Shell Sponge picks up another kill, getting rid of the M5 Stuart, which gives him his second kill, brings his damage up to 259 hit points. Now, it might not sound massive for people who are used to, and there I go on the west, getting taken out by the P2640. This is about this stage. I say, no worries, Shell, I'll be back in a minute. Sorry for that. I'm going to go grab myself another drink. Won't be too far away at all. 3-4 is the score on Cliff. Shell Sponge on 2 kills. Oz has got the only other kill in the game. Looking towards the middle part of the map. We normally see medium tanks and occasionally heavy tanks over here, but there's nobody here. They're looking there, looking for vision, looking for cheeky shots on the enemy tanks that might be running around the central part of Cliff, and out comes a Type 95, because that was a bot, as was one of the other tanks that was killed not too long ago, and on the Australian server, and I believe on the Latin American server as well. At lower tiers, up to Tier 5, the game introduces bots to the game just to make up the numbers, basically, so that people who enjoy the low tiers or people who might be new to the game can get a game more easily with the low population on the Australian server, as well as the Latin American server over there on the other side of the Pacific. 6-6 is the score. Shell Sponge on 3 kills. He's in the M10 RBFM, the Tier 5 premium turreted French tank destroyer, the one that looks like a Wolverine. It looks pretty cool. It's got a pretty good paint job. It looks pretty groovy, and if you're lucky enough to, I think you got the tank after 10 days of the 14-day event, and then if you kept playing, there was a unique style and all that kind of stuff, your first aid kits and all the kind of stuff that we normally get as a reward as Shell Sponge unloads into the Churchill 3. Ozpanzer Race picks up the kill, and that brings the score up to 7-6. Bang goes Shell Sponge from 7ACAV clan, picking up his 4th kill, getting rid of the SU-85. 8-6 is the score now on Cliff. 9-6 now as the P2640 on the other side of the map gets taken out. About this stage, I would have come back and said, oh, well done, fellas, well done. He's got 1 premium round remaining. Again, not sure why he's gone for all the premium rounds. He is top tier in this one. He's not normally that kind of player. Maybe he's working on marks on this bad boy. Hasn't got any marks of excellence yet, but I'm sure he'd be able to pop a few, no problems whatsoever. Waiting for the Pz.V to come around the corner, pops one into the side of him and picks up kill number 5. Back to the standard rounds now, looking there where the SU-7 GFT was last spotted. I'm not going to pretend to know what kind of tank that one is, as he shoots a T40 once, shoots him a second time, but it bounces. Third time goes through and he's no longer lit, but he'll put a couple of blind shots into where that tank was last seen. Unfortunately, Oz gets taken out by the KV1, but with the score on 11-7, Shell Sponge will be saying, don't worry boys, we've got this, no problems whatsoever. Puts one into the KV1, doesn't quite get there. There's the T40, that's the one he was looking for earlier. T40 just hanging out a little bit. 5 kills to Shell Sponge. He's 1 kill away from a top gun. 12-7 to score, 3 enemy tanks remaining, and wouldn't you believe it, it's a Stug back there. I wonder if this guy's been out there all game or not. Shoots and tracks the tier 5 German Tank Destroyer. Shoots him again, one more shot, could be the kill. It is. There's the top gun confirmed. 13-7 is the score, and of course, artillery gets spotted. We know what it's like when artillery gets spotted. Everybody aims in that direction. He shoots him once. He might get a 7th kill here. Look out. He does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get the kill. The KV1S picks up the kill on the grill, and that just leaves the enemy KV1. And of course, he's right back there. You can see him on the minimap where he was last seen. Shell Sponge on 6 kills, 1,750 damage done. A little bit of assisted damage as well. And he'll be saying, Stewie, I reckon I might be sending you this video in just a few days, and you might maybe feature on your channel. Who knows? 14-7 the score now. There's the KV1 down there in the. I'm not sure what he's thinking over there. That wasn't a bot. That was a real player. A comfortable win in the end, 15-7 on Cliff, and that's our old mate Shell Sponge from 7 ACAV, 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan, and they're a great bunch over there. Good sense of humour. My old mate Ziggy's over there as well, and some other friends, and they're all absolute legends. Let's have a look at the result. We know it was an ace tanker mastery badge in the M10 RBFM. Also the Bruiser medal, 5 for effect. He got 2 bonds for that because he got the high caliber as well as the top gun. Topped the score charts with 2,038 hit points of damage in the end. 7 kills, 1244 basic experience. More than double what anybody else did, including me. Yes, that was me right down below. If I had 39 shots, 29 hit, 21 penetrated. It cost him some coin though. Only 185 credits. It cost him 185 credits. Look at all that price there for the premium ammunition. If he had been firing standard rounds, he would have made credits comfortably in that 7-minute game. Not too bad. My old mate Shell Sponge, not too bad at all. That was Shell Sponge from 7ACAV Clan in the M10 RBFM. As we move on to our second game, this is another tank that was introduced or reintroduced in the game not too long ago during the black market sale. The black market sale was every day, depending on what part of what time zone you're in. For me, it was 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Wargaming was selling a tank at 2 a.m. and at 2 p.m. my time. And one of them was this one, the Pz.V. The Pz.V is a tier 5 German medium tank, one with preferential matchmaking, which is pretty cool. So you'll never see a tier 7 tank in this bad boy unless you're platooned up with the wrong kind of vehicle. Mystblade from Mihi Clan. Mystblade, also a community contributor. His links will be down below as well. He's on YouTube and Twitch. Check him out, follow him, like him. Again, much better player than I am, that's for sure. He's in the tier 5 German medium tank. And have a look at this. It looks pretty cool. I reckon it looks pretty cool. He's on Live Oaks. He's going straight down for the eastern flank, which I still think, and I know I say it over and over again on my live stream, but I still think this is where the game's won or lost on this map. Now, Mystblade, again at tier 5, again on the Aussie server. You can see the bots there. The bots which I mentioned in the last game are indicated by a square icon next to their name. And if your eyesight's good enough, you might be able to see a colon either side of their in-game name. Now, the Pz.V, tier 5 preferential matchmaking premium German medium tank. I'm starting to love this tank again. When I first got it, I absolutely loved it. Then I had a horrid run in it because I picked one up on the black market sale as well. It was one of the tanks that a lot of people speculated would turn up, and they were right. They were right, that's for sure. The Pz.V, tier 5 preferential matchmaking premium German medium tank. Try saying that one 10 times fast. It's a 75mm gun, 110 alpha damage, 110 penetration. That's with standard armor piercing rounds. Premium will give you 158 penetration, and of course there's a HE option, 175 alpha for 38 penetration with a little bit of Flash, splash. Mystblade from me here, clan. Now, I was lucky enough to meet Mystblade for the first time. I've been talking to this guy for years. Met him in Sydney at the Sydney event, and this video is actually the first video that I've done since the Sydney event. I had a little bit of a break, did some family stuff, caught up with everybody when I got back to sunny Melbourne. In Mystblade trying to shoot the bishop. I thought it was a little bit more accurate than this. Oh, mate, what's going on? That's not his fault at all. He's aimed perfectly well for the bishop. He just saw the bishop pop a shot towards Mystblade. Casually shoots the Chinu Kai at tier 5 as well, bringing up his first kill. He's already up to 781 damage. This is going to be one of those fast and furious battles, folks, so don't blink whatever you do. 2 kills to Mystblade, 781 damage done. He's down to 163 health, though. Now, people talk about the armor of this tank. I'm not finding the armor that fantastic. If you look at it from this point of view, if you angle well, your hull's probably not too bad, and it's people talk about getting ram kills in this thing. We all love getting ram kills, especially on tanks like the Bishop. Let's see if he can pick one up. No, he's not going to. He's going to go for the safer option and shoot him instead. 4-0 is the score. 781 damage done, which is more than the hit points of his tank, but he is down to 163 hit points. So I don't think there'll be any ram kills in this game. There you go. That TD, he got a bravery award. The T67 has gone full ham in towards the camping enemy team. They're all camping back at the base. The PZ, what is it? PZ4H, that's a real player. The Wolverine's not a real player. The 25 TP is. What they're all doing back at the base, I don't know. I can speculate. Maybe they're saying it was a low chance to win. I'm not going to say that, but who knows? 2 kills to Mystblade, 1,083 hit points of damage done. That's double the hit points that he brought into this team. He just got another kill, getting rid of that Panzer 4.8. So one that did. Maybe he was AFK. Maybe his better half said, "Come on, let's go. Let's go." For a little bit of woohoo. Who knows what happened? 7-2's the score. 3 kills to Mystblade from Mihi Clan. In the Pz.V, the Preferential Matchmaking Tier 5 German medium tank. Another tank which I'm starting to enjoy more and more. Gets the kill on the Wolverine. That was one of those bots I mentioned earlier on the Australian and on the Latin American servers. Bots make up the numbers. They're the ones with the squares next to their names. And again, if your eyesight's good enough, you might be able to see a colon either side of their in-game name. It can make it a little bit easier sometimes to farm a little bit of damage. But they're there so that when players start the game, they download the client and they start playing on these low population servers, such as the Australian and the Latin American servers. They'll get a game rather than just sitting in queue forever and not getting a game and thinking, what a waste of time. 10-4 is the score. That could have been the kill shot on the T67. I said about armour, didn't I? He just blocked a shot from the T67, but that was the first shot that he blocked in this game. 12-4 is the score, 1,792 damage done. 6 kills, that's a top gun. He's got the top gun already. There's 2 tanks remaining. The Shafi, which is a bot, and the Churchill one, which has just been taken out in the city. This blade, gee, that seemed to take a while for that one to land. Gets him tracked. Waits for it. Keep shooting. He shouldn't be able to fix his track. It doesn't matter. Doesn't get the kill, but he does get a little bit more assisted damage. And that was a 14 versus 14 game on Live Oaks with my old mate Mystblade. But it might have only been a 14 versus 14 game, but it was a win nonetheless. Not only a win, but an Ace Tagger Mastery Badge. Like I mentioned earlier, Mystblade is on Twitch and YouTube as well. Check out his links. They'll be down below with all the other stuff that I normally put there. And let's have a look at his result in the PZ-5-4, the Panzer Kampfwagen. Is it the Panzer Kampfwagen? Who knows? That was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for my old mate Mystblade, who I met just, when I'm recording this, it was a week ago that I met him. But I met him for the first time after so many years of talking with him and taking the piss out of each other and having a little bit of a laugh. Very nice bloke indeed. Highly recommend you check him out, and you'll see some more fabulous gameplay like this. In fact, every game he plays is fabulous. Don't worry. He's a good player. Ace Tanker, no problems. Bruiser medal. Arsonist for setting a tank on fire and killing him. Duelist, fire for effect. Bonds, he got the Spartan medal for surviving when he was on that low health from I think it was a shot from the T67. High caliber for doing more damage than anybody else. And of course, the top gun for those 6 kills. 1,275 experience, 2,179 damage done. 6 kills, he fired 34 shots, 26 hit, 22 penetrated, no problems whatsoever. Ace Tanker, and he even made 35,000 credits. That's with a standard account in that 5-minute game on Live Oaks in the PZ-5-4, the Tier 5 Preferential Matchmaking German medium tank. Let's move on to game number 3 in today's low tier extravaganza. It's another Tier 5, and it's my old mate Shell Sponge yet again, this time in the Sherman 3. Now it tells me Tells me he's going for marks in this bad boy. He's got a mark on the barrel, and it's got. It looks like this is one of those tanks with a funny gun. Now, Shell Sponge is a funny bloke, and he likes tanks with funny guns. He's decked it out. This is the British Tier 5 medium tank. At least that's what he tells me. I had to look it up. I've got to admit, I had to look it up. The gun this ammunition looks interesting. HE, here we go. HE, 410 alpha damage, 53 penetration. This one says 350 alpha damage. This is a heat round, 101 penetration. Big difference there between the rounds there. So he's got the HE as one option, 410 for 53 pen, and the heat for 350, which is 101. He's also got pudding and tea running, which tells me he's serious in this one. Playing on Sandy River, top tier again, and again we're seeing the bots on the Australian server. Shell Sponge from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan. For some reason, I'm having trouble pronouncing that, but we'll get there. Top tier in this Tier 4/Tier 5 game. Only 4 Tier 5 tanks on each team, and a handful of bots. Now this is looking like it's one of those fun tanks to play. Auto aims on the T28. Did he auto aim or did he just hover the mouse there? This is not only is this a derpy gun, the most. There's another one. There you go. 2 shots, 2 kills, no problems. 3 zips to score. How's he doing this? Is he just there? That was an auto aim. You wait for it to aim. That one didn't hit the Valentine at Tier 4, but. This is a derpy gun for sure, but it hasn't. It's got a derpy gun with a quick reload. Now you're talking my language. What's the reload on this thing? He's looking at the Valentine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 second reload. Knows what he's doing. The Valentine's just getting owned by this derp British Tier 5 gun. Wow. What do? Bounces the Valentine, sends the Valentine back to the garage. At least he won't be angry because it was one of the bots on the Aussie server. Looking there towards the DW2. Gets him a 95 hit points. Shell velocity, though, that seemed to take forever to land there. The score's 5-2. It gets him again for another 97 hit points. 97 isn't too bad for Tier 5 for a shot that's not penetrating. You're keeping the DW2 tracked, and he's also farming a little bit of damage and a little bit of assisted damage as well. That shot brings up his 4th kill, 931 hit points of damage. Again, double the hit points of the hit points that he brought into this game, but he's also got 236 assisted damage. A little bit of damage blocks. He blocked the shot from the 1 or 2 shots from I think it was the Valentine earlier on when he was up on that ridge line. This is going to be another fast and furious game, folks, but don't worry, the next one is going to go for quite some time. 7-4 is the score, 4 kills to Shell Sponge. 7-4 is the score, 4 kills to Shell Sponge in the Sherman III, the Tier 5 British. This is a tech tree tank, so you can buy this. It's a normal tank. It's not a premium tank like the other two we've seen in this replay. Looking towards the Stewart, no relation. Waits. I think that one might have hit one of those buildings or bits of wall over there. Shoots again, confirms his 5th kill, and now we're thinking, no worries, here we go, boys. Another top gun. Only 6 enemy tanks remaining. Stewie, you can't count. Only 5 enemy tanks remaining. Must be another one of those 14 versus 14 games, which you do see sometimes on these low population servers. 9-6 the score as a chappie gets taken out. The Kv1S at Shell Sponge's base looks like he's going to be the next. Target. No, maybe not. Maybe we need to deal with this Type 95 first at Tier 4. 9-7 the score. It looks like a heavy tank. I'm tipping it's Japanese. The Type 95 down to 207 hit points. Shell Sponge zooming out, gets coming straight in for the Japanese heavy tank. Shoots him once. He's going to go for the ram kill. Cops 94 hit points of damage, but who cares? Because in a second he'll be reloaded. Gets shot again by the Type 95. Blaps him for the top gun. Something big just landed pretty close to him. It looks like the Kv1S. And the Kv1S not making it too hard for Shell Sponge. He shoots him and kills him for his 7th kill. And now all of a sudden he's 1 kill away from a Radley Walter. We love Radley Walters. We love him. We love him. We'll take him all day long. 7 kills to Shell Sponge from 7 ACAV clan, 7th Armoured Cavalry clan. In the Sherman III, the Tier 5 British derp. This is a derp gun, which is a derp gun with a quick reload. What more could you want? Who else loves the KV2? The KV2's hilarious. The KV2R's hilarious, but it takes forever to reload. Finds the T67, auto loads and shoots him for 166. Gets behind him. The T67's not turning around, so Shell Sponge will say thanks for the Radley Walters. Thank you very much, T67, for that Radley Walters. High fives, GG in the chat, 14-8. A very comfortable win on Sandy River. from my old mate Shell Sponge in the Sherman III, the Tier 5 derp British medium tank, which just looks looks absolutely fantastic. That was an ace tank and mastery badge for Shell Sponge. Check him out on Twitch and YouTube. His links will be down below. What a legend. The Bruiser medal, 5 for effect, 4 bonds, Radley Walters for the 8 kills, Top Gun for the 6 kills. Just missed out on a high caliber, I would guess, which would have given him another bond. 1,818 hit points of damage, 8 kills, 1,358, base experience. He fired 21 shots, 15 hit, 3 penetrated, but with those HE rounds, penetration is a little bit different. So he still would have got splash damage with 13 of them. And look, it was a pretty quick game, only 5 minutes. But he still made 23,500 credits. That's with the premium account. In that 5.5 minute game, 21 shots fired, 15 hit, and a little bit sniped, but a little bit of assisted damage as well. And it looks like he's going to go for that 3rd mark of excellence on there. He's got 1 on there. He keeps going like that. I'm tipping by the time this video comes out, he probably would have. He would probably have more than 1. He's probably got 2 and not far off his 3. If I know Shell Sponge, that's for sure. Now this 4th and final replay comes from a brand new player, Tirrab. Tirrab from the same clan as my old mate Shell Sponge, is in the Tier 2 Pz.V. Now I'm not going to pretend to know what it is. I know it's a light tank because there's only light tanks in this game. This is one of those. Low tier games. Look at all the bots again. If you're looking at the list, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 players on each team. So this is a 12 versus 12, and tanks are dying left, right, and centre. They're down by 4 tanks. Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan in the PZ-38H. He's finding tanks left, right, and centre. He's gone for the banana road, which is traditionally where the heavy tanks go. There's no heavy tanks in this game. It's all Tier 1 and Tier 2. They're down by 5 tanks. 0-5 is the score. Let's wait for that gun to aim. Gee, I forgot how fantastic the aim time is at low tiers. Grabs his first kill of this game. Not too bad at all. That's the start. We're not giving up. We're not saying stuff the team. They're a pack of noobs. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. 3 bots remaining on Tirrab's team. Plenty of bots remaining on the enemy team. The M2 Lite on the enemy team. He's already got 4 kills. He's got 4 out of the 6 kills. Not sure if he's a Tier 2 specialist. Tirrab is a new player to this game. I think he's a new player. He's a mate of Shell Sponge, and Shell Sponge kindly sent me this replay. I said, Stewie, have a look at this. He's going back for the reset. We don't want to get capped out early and just have this as a fail video. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. Finds a PZ2, gets his 2nd kill, and someone else manages to get a kill, and that brings the score back to 3-7. 4 kills to the M2 Lite on the enemy team. Keep an eye on him. He was last spotted down here in the southwest. This is the PZ-38H. I'm tipping it's German, going by the name. It's a captured tank. I'm tipping it might have been captured from the French, looking at it. But I might be wrong. Maybe I've got my wires crossed. I'm no expert at Tier 2. Tirrab in the PZ-38H. Let's have a look at the gun. He's already on 2 kills. He's on 238 hit points of damage. He's looking at that. He's looking at that lol tractor at Tier 1 on 1 hit point, thinking, "Come on, just kill him." That's what he's thinking. Just kill him. Let's have a look at the gun. 37mm gun. Okay, 37mm gun, 40 damage, 41 penetration. That's standard. APCR is 64 penetration. That's an extra 50% penetration compared to the standard round. They're just kicking back here, looking at the map, thinking, well, what are we going to do here? This tank does not look like the fastest tank in the game. He finds a couple of STRVs, FM21s. Guessing that's Swedish. Shoots one of them once. Now, they are all bots. All 3 of those STRVs are all bots, which can be easier to kill than normal players. He's now the last remaining tank on his team. 3-11 is the score. What did I say it was? 12 versus 12. 3-11. So there's 9 tanks remaining on the enemy team. Looks towards the first. He's going to take this one at a time. Looks towards the first STRV. Shoots him a few times. Shoots him again. Don't even wait till your gun's loaded. He's bouncing the Tier 1 Swedish gun. No problems whatsoever. He's already blocked 154 hit points. Zooming in and out like a man possessed. Shoots the tram. Get the tram out of the way. I'm just gonna pull back here so we can look around. You can look over here. You can see the LOL tractors and the STRV FM21s over there. They're all Tier 1s. 2 German Tier 1s and 1 Swedish. Shoots towards him, shoots him again. He's not going to move. He is angling, to be fair, but he's not angling enough. And that's kill number 4 for Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan. Gets shot over there. There's the M2 Light again. There's the M2 Light. That's probably a tank that he might want to. If he can get rid of the M2 Light, he'll be back. He'll be back in this. Gets shot from the side. Does take a little bit of damage. 498 damage done so far. Finds the M2. Shoots him once. Second one doesn't go through. Sees the Tier 1 NC31. I'm not even going to pretend to know what that is. It looks Russian, but I've got a feeling it's not. I think it might be, could be anything, who knows. 6-11 the score now. That's 5 kills to Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan. And the M2 Light is quickly realising he needs to do something here to get rid of this guy. He's getting in with his machine gun. He's not doing the damage. This is the Pz.V, the Tier 2 German light tank. Grabs his 6th kill, and now he's starting to look at all these Tier 1s, and he'll be thinking, hang on, these Tier 1s are really struggling to penetrate me. They've got to get rid of them one tank at a time. There goes the STRV FM21, wherever the hell that is. Swedish, I'm tipping. 7 kills to Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan in the Pz.V. He's up to nearly 1,000 hit points of damage. Is he going to get 1,000 hit points at Tier 2? That's got to be good, isn't it? Surely that's 8 kills. If 8 kills, if they had Radley Walters at Tier 2, that would be a Radley Walters. That's for sure. I'm not sure if they do. Do they have Kolobanov's medal? Because now it's 1 versus 3. It was 1 versus, I think it was 1 versus 9 when, I think it was 1 versus 9 when all those tanks died really, really early on. 9-11's a score. It's 1 versus 3 now. Only one of them is a real player. One lol tractor was last spotted up there on the hill. Finds another lol. That's the last real player remaining in this game. That's what that was. That was the last remaining real player in this game. There's only two bots, and the bots could be indicated on the eastern side of the screen, on the right hand side of the screen by the player names. There's a square next to the name as well as a couple of colons. Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry. They should name it after him after this battle. He's on 9 kills. Only one other enemy tank has been killed by another player. Only one. He got a kill. Hats off to him. Nothing wrong with. Celebrate your victories, no worries whatsoever. Tirrab now climbing the Himmelsdorf hill. It looks like it's going really fast up that hill. We have quickened up the replay. He's on 9 kills, 1,119 hit points of damage, 1,100 damage blocked by armor. That is absolutely massive. Someone just rolled over the cap, so he's heading straight back to his cap because it tells you. It tells you when that happens. He shoots him once. He shoots him twice. Will he get another shot off for kill number 10? He does. That's 10 kills. That's 10 kills. If this wasn't Tier 2, if this was a couple of tiers higher, that would be a Pools medal. Now, I've only got a Pools medal once, I reckon. Maybe twice. I don't know. Who knows? There's one tank remaining. And, of course, it is a bot. Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan. He's on 10 kills. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,234 hit points of damage done. 1,100. Damage blocked by armor. No idea where this lol tractor is. So he wants to confirm the win. There's only 3.5 minutes left on the clock. We've quickened up the driving because that was going to be a long drive up the hill. We've quickened up the replay, and he is going to sit on the cap now, try and lure that L tractor back to the northern cap. This is a Tier 2 German light tank, the Pz.V. I hope I'm right with that, because it looks a little bit French, but I think it was one of those captured tanks. The Pz.V. is going for the cap now. AP rounds loaded. 37mm gun, 40 damage, 41 pen. 64 pen with premium. 10 kills to Tirrab from 7A CAV clan. With Shell Sponge. Don't forget to check out Shell Sponge. His links will be down below. 10 kills, 1,234 hit points of damage. Do Kolobanov's medals count at Tier 2? We'll find out when we see the result. There's the last remaining tank who's just going around that corner. I'd be going for it. Would you? With 20 seconds left, would you be going for it? I would be. He's on 1 hit point, and it looks like that lol tractor has committed down that northeastern road. I'd be going for it. It's a bot. He's on 1 hit point of damage. Take your time. Aim. He's angling well, though. Aim. And shoot as the cap goes down to 0. 12-11. That's 11 kills, 11 out of 12. I don't know. Is that filthy? Is that dirty? Who knows? A win's a win, though. And 10 and 11 kills is 11 kills. You got to take the good with the bad, right? That's Tirrab from 7th Armoured Cavalry Clan in the Pz.V 735F, whatever that means. I'm tipping it's German. I apologise if it's not German. It's got a German name. I think it's a captured tank. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Surprise. He also got a Bruiser Medal. Duelist, Fire for Effect. Shell Sponge, Shell-Proof Medal for all that block damage. He got 25 bonds for that game. 25 bonds. He got himself the Collar Banos Medal. So the Collar Banos Medal does count at Tier 2. And that's for standing alone against 5 or more enemy tanks and winning. Well, I think it was 9. It might have been 8 or 9 tanks that he had to stand up against. Cool-headed, because he survived 10 ricochets or non-penetrating shots in a row without getting stressed out. Of course, he got the steel wall for getting the most hits. He was the only one left after just a couple of minutes. It was just him. High Caliber Medal for doing more damage than anybody else. The Invader Medal for the cap points that he got at the end. And of course, he also picked up the Top Gun for getting more than 6 kills. 1,235 hit points of damage. Remember, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 at one stage, and then there was 1 hit point left on that last Tier 1 German tank. 11 kills, 1,373 base experience. To put it in context, the bloke who came second got 129 damage. So he got nearly 10 times what that guy got. And of course, the guy on the other team, the M2 light player, he got half the hit points of damage that Tirrab got. 53 shots fired, 46 hit, 36 penetrated, 1,235 damage, 1,100 damage blocked by armor. No assisted damage because everybody was dead within the first minute or two, and he even made 19,500 credits. That's with a premium account in that 13.5-minute game. Tirrab, you're going to love World of Tanks, mate, especially if you keep playing like that. Thank you very much for that replay. Thanks, Shell Sponge and Mystblade as well for your replays. Don't forget, everyone, check out Shell Sponge and Mystblade as well. Community contributors, very nice blokes, and fucking fantastic players. Links will be down there for YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for the replays. Thanks again for watching. Take care and see you all next time. Oh, I got a bit. When I saw the Tier 2 replay, I thought, here we go, Tier 2 replay. That was fantastic. I reckon that was epic. The Collar Banos Medal on Himmelsdorf at Tier 2. Thanks again for everybody's support. Keep an eye out during the week. I think Friday is going to be a big giveaway coming up. We haven't done a giveaway for a while. We're going to get back on board with the giveaways. And before I go away, anyway, we're going away. We're going to Fiji very, very soon, so I'll be away for a while, but the videos will keep coming. We're going away in July, so we're going to miss the Frontlines week in July, but we'll certainly have the replay still coming towards. Thanks again. Don't forget to check us out. We've changed the layout a little bit. Saturday extravaganzas are still a thing. 2 Up Tuesdays are here to stay. Thursday, normal replays, and Fridays are going to be saved for something special. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.